Greetings and salutations everybody, welcome to my latest little video here for the what to watch this weekend if you're looking for something to check out and you just have too many choices to pick from. For this one, we're going to head back to the 1990s, to 1995 in particular, for the film Strange Days. Now this film seemed to kind of come and go, and I don't really hear much talk about it. It didn't really seem to get much traction. And considering the cast alone, it's very surprising, because it stars, among others, we got Ralph Fiennes, we got Angela Bassett, Juliette Lewis, Tom Sizemore, Vincent D'Onofrio, and Michael Wincott, and it was written by James Cameron and directed by Catherine Bigelow. So it's surprising that this one doesn't seem to be as well known. But what is this film about? Well, the synopsis states, a former cop turned street hustler accidentally uncovers a conspiracy in Los Angeles in 1999. So that's from IMDb, and it doesn't really tell us anything about it or do the film any justice at all. So let's dive into this one a little bit more to kind of go in just a little bit more detail without any spoilers, of course. So yes, he's a former cop, and there's a conspiracy that's been uncovered, and it's taking place on New Year's Eve, 1999. But the important stuff about this, I would say, is that in what at the time that this film came out was the future of 1999, they have this technology called SQUID, which stands for Superconducting Quantum Interference Device. Basically, you put this thing on your head. It's got all these little connectors here, and it records whatever you're doing. It was kind of developed as like a replacement for the body cam of sorts, for undercover, law enforcement, and it records everything that they see and hear, including what you feel as well. So when somebody else puts on this device, loads up your clip, closes their eyes to experience it, they're going to experience every single thing that you had recorded with it. So imagine somebody going skiing. They record it, they give you a clip. You play this thing back, and you have the exact same feelings that they had during that experience. So you get to really live the entire thing. So needless to say, there is a market for these clips. Anything from being very adventurous to skiing and skydiving, for instance, or even maybe just going for a run on the beach, as one character in this who's confined to a wheelchair loads up a clip for that so he can remember what that was like. All the way down to adult content. Sometimes just a simple act of a woman taking a shower, a guy can now load that up and feel what she felt, or just recording an entire sexual experience of varying degrees of interesting things. So our main character, played by Ralph Fiennes, is now a dealer in these clips now that he's left law enforcement. So one night he comes across a clip about a bad traffic stop that turns violent. But if this clip gets out, the public backlash is going to be immense and violent and swift. And they have a lot more detail about why, within the film as far as what exactly happened in this clip. So Angela Bassett plays a friend of his, and she sometimes helps out as kind of like his driver and bodyguard in some situation. She's along for the ride on this because things aren't quite that simple of them just finding this clip. There's this corruption within law enforcement, so they can't just bring it to the police. People are after them, trying to get them and get this clip and destroy it and so on. Now, while on the surface, this is a sci-fi film, I would say that sci-fi backdrop is given to us just so we understand, just because they wanted to show us this technology, that they needed to kind of set up this story and these characters. While this could be told current day with something like a cell phone clip or, some other method of video capture, the SQUID technology adds that extra layer. So, seeing how this technology works not just helps us understand the addiction that so many would have, including our protagonist, and, it helps us realize that, as our protagonist is playing this controversial clip, he's also feeling what that person felt who was recording it. So all of the fear and panic they had during this situation. And clips like these would have a much bigger impact since it isn't just about the public seeing what happened. When they download this, they're able to also feel what happened. So it's going to have a really big impact. Now, sprinkled throughout this, we also get some really good storytelling along the lines of our character associations and what their motivations are within it. Our lead is, he's kind of hung up on an ex and replaying a lot of his old clips that he has. They also go into addiction that some have had, where they spend more time watching other clips than actually even living their own lives. And it's really interesting because his life kind of dealing with these clips has kind of put some strains on his relationship with the Angela Bassett character, in that he's really kind of taking advantage of her friendship, using her as a driver and a bodyguard and everything, and finding other connections for people for him to peddle these clips to. But all in all, I really enjoyed this film, and I'm really surprised that it never really caught on and never really went anywhere. Especially these days with, VR technology getting more affordable, so people can tinker around with it, play some games, they can get social with it, as well as how social media has shown since this film came out in '95 just how easy it can bring attention to different social issues and how fast all of that information can spread as well. This film has had increased relevance over the years, and I feel that it's really worth checking out. And speaking of checking out, thanks for coming by to check out my quick little what to watch for this weekend recommendation here, and for sticking around to the end, as along with liking, subscribing, and hitting that bell icon and everything really do help out quite a bit. Strange Days is currently, at the time of this video, available on HBO Max, or I should just start saying Max. I don't like saying Max or X or whatever. Took me a while for Paramount Plus even to go off of CBS. Anyways, so yeah, it's available on Max. So if you're looking for something to check out this weekend, head on over and give it a watch and see what you think. And if you do enjoy this one, if you do remember this one, sound off in the comments what's your take on it. Like, dislike, get some conversation going. Anyways, thanks for stopping by, and I will see you in the next one.